You know the feeling. You're sound asleep, and then, bam, out of nowhere, this searing, tightening pain in your leg jolts you wide awake. It's that dreaded nighttime leg cramp. It is a shockingly common problem. But what if the solution isn't in your medicine cabinet? What if it's been waiting for you in the kitchen all along? Okay, so let's really dig into this, because this is a powerful idea. Think about it. A cramp isn't just, annoying. When your body sends a signal that's that sharp and painful, it's basically shouting at you. It's a warning sign, and it's one we should probably listen to. I know, it's so frustrating, right? But what if the answer is way simpler, way more accessible than you'd ever think? We're not talking about some fancy supplement or a prescription. We're talking about stuff that's probably sitting in your kitchen this very second. All right, let's just get right to it. The most surprising and the fastest fix. Our first stop is what's being called the 60-second mustard cure. And yeah, you heard that right. Mustard. And there it is. We're talking about plain old, common yellow mustard. You know, the kind you put on a hot dog. Not some fancy stone ground stuff. I know, it sounds completely wild, doesn't it? 60 seconds, that's the claim. Relief in less than a minute. And let's be honest, when you're in that kind of agony, even a few seconds can feel like an eternity. So speed is everything. And here's how simple it is. The second you feel that cramp starting to lock up your muscle, you just grab a teaspoon of yellow mustard and swallow it. That's it. No prep, no mixing, no waiting around. Just straight up. So the big question is, how on earth does this work so fast? I mean, it goes against everything we think we know, right? It can't be electrolytes or hydration kicking in that quickly. The secret, it turns out, isn't really about the muscle. It's about the wiring. So here's the key takeaway. This is a nerve problem. The theory goes that the super strong, sharp taste of the mustard hits the nerve receptors in your mouth, and whoosh, it sends this powerful signal straight to your brain. It basically hijacks the system and cuts off the bad signal that's telling your muscle to cramp up. It's like hitting a reset button on your nerves. And get this, it turns out mustard isn't the only thing in your kitchen that can pull this off. This brings us to the pickle juice reflex, which really just backs up this whole nerve reset theory. Yep, you're looking at pickle juice, just the brine straight from the jar. You might have actually heard about athletes using this, and it works for the exact same reason. It's another one of those things that sounds like a crazy folk remedy until you see the science. And it's the exact same idea. That super sharp, acidic taste from the pickle juice acts as this massive stimulus. It triggers what's called a neural reflex, basically an automatic response that just overwhelms and shuts down that haywire cramp signal. The taste, that's the whole trick. So when you put them side by side, it becomes crystal clear. Call it a nerve reset with mustard or a neural reflex with pickle juice. They're really just two names for the exact same thing. Both of them use that strong taste to short-circuit a misfiring nerve, and that makes them incredible tools for instant relief. Okay, so we've talked about the emergency, in-the-moment fixes, but what about trying to stop the cramps from happening in the first place? Let's pivot now from treatment to prevention and talk about nutritional support. We're calling this the potassium power-up. And for this part of the plan, our hero ingredient is the sweet potato. Now, let's be super clear. This isn't for that middle-of-the-night emergency. You're not going to chow down on a sweet potato for an instant fix. This is all about building a stronger foundation, so those cramps are less likely to even start. So, why sweet potatoes? Well, they are an absolute powerhouse of potassium, and potassium is one of those crucial electrolytes your body needs for nerves and muscles to talk to each other correctly. You can kind of think of it like making sure the electrical wiring in your body is in good shape. When it is, those nerve misfires just don't happen as often. Okay, let's pull all this together into a simple plan. I want you to think of this as your own personal kitchen first aid kit for cramps. It's a kit designed to fight this problem from two different angles. And here's the whole strategy in one spot. You've got your first responders, the mustard and the pickle juice for that instant in-the-moment relief. And then you've got your long-term maintenance crew, the sweet potatoes, giving your body the nutritional support it needs to keep things running smoothly. Look, if there's one big thing to take away from all this, it's this right here. The real aha moment is realizing that we need to reframe the problem. We always think of cramps as a muscle thing, right? But so often, it's actually a nerve thing. And once you get that, all these simple kitchen cures suddenly make perfect sense. It really makes you think, doesn't it?
I mean, if the solution to something so incredibly painful is sitting right there in a mustard bottle, what other amazing health secrets are just hiding in plain sight, waiting for us in our own pantries?